no man ever needs to get married again. That is the thesis of this video. What I'm not saying, you will notice, is that you shouldn't get married or that no man ever should get married again, because that is a different thing. What I am saying is that no man needs to anymore, and I'll explain what I mean by that. And it's very straightforward. Basically, the way that technology is now and the way that society is set up means that if you wanted to, and again I stress, if you wanted to, you could effectively be a bachelor forever, because you could date throughout your life without the need to actually settle down and formalize a partnership, formalize a monogamous relationship or a marriage. Because now that we have the connectivity with the dating apps, and we have a lack of social pressure for the most part in terms of people expecting you to be married, you know, to do the right thing. I'm saying that in inverted commas, of course. And we have this amazing ability to travel cheaply, relatively cheaply, and we can work remotely, we can work from all over the world. With all of those things being in place, and the fact that because of, I suppose, advances in health, advances in understanding of how to keep oneself in decent nick, decent shape, into your 40s, 50s, 60s even, then it's perfectly feasible, I would say, for guys just to carry on dating, if you wanted to, and not tie the knot. Now, I think of somebody like my uncle, one of my uncles. He was married, and he had kids and stuff, but he came out of the marriage, and well into his 60s, he was going around, going on holiday all the time, going skiing, après ski, partying, dating, meeting different women, just basically having a ball. And this is a dude in his 60s. And he was, you know, he is really healthy, keeps himself in great shape, loads of exercise, yoga, weights, running, rock climbing, all kinds of stuff, you know. And it got me thinking that, now, as I say, he had been married and he'd had a family and everything. Fair enough. But he could, if he'd wanted to, he could have just skipped that bit. You know, he could have skipped the whole domesticity part, and he could have just continued dating throughout his life. Because if he could do it in his 60s, then he could sure as hell do it in his 50s and his 40s and his 30s. So, and I remember once saying to my dad, well, you know, because guys often go through this cycle in their lives, don't they, whereby they, you know, they're free and single, careless bachelors for a while in their 20s or into their 30s. Then they get married, and they're married for, you know, 10, 15, 20 years sometimes. And then they get divorced. And then they're out on the other side. And they're kind of, you know, they're back on the market again, they're single again. And everything's, well, not everything's the same, because maybe they've got kids, but everything's, apart from that, is the same, except for the fact that they're now a lot poorer, because the ex-wife is draining them of money, and, you know, half their property's been taken away and all the rest of it. And I remember saying to my dad one time, well, why don't guys just skip the middle bit? Why not just skip the bit in the middle that everybody seems to do, which is getting married and then getting divorced and losing a load of money? Why not just skip that bit and just carry on with the dating? No brainer, right? I'm being facetious, of course. You can do absolutely what you want to do. And the big factor, of course, in all of this, the major factor that will have people shaking their heads at this and going, what a load of nonsense, what's he on about, is that you probably want to have a family, you want to have kids, and you want to have a stable environment to raise the kids. And that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Everyone's got to make their own choices about this stuff. All I'm saying is that you don't have to. There's no longer any necessity to do it for guys. And I was going to argue for women as well, but let's not go down that route because it's more complicated. But there's no necessity to do it, is what I'm saying. You could have a perfectly good dating life, a perfectly good romantic sex dating life, all through your life. Certainly through your 60s. I'm not sure about into 70s, but to be honest, to be completely honest, I think by the time I'm 70, I'm going to be well over the dating stuff. I'm pretty much over it now, and I'm only in my 40s. So I'm not really worried. I'm not worried about, oh my God, am I going to be able to pull when I'm 70? It's a stupid thing to worry about. But the point is that as long as you keep yourself in shape, you keep yourself looking sharp, you practice social skills, you get out and about, you get your money right, all of the basic stuff that we always bang on about. As long as you do all that stuff, you can be dating, you can be having great experiences throughout your life as a guy, definitely into your 60s. So, just think about it. Just think about the decisions that you're making and why you're making those decisions. And just realize you don't have to follow the script if you don't want to. Anyway, I'm going to leave it then for now. Do hit subscribe. Do give me a like, give me a comment down below. Get onto my free email newsletter. Grab my books, Renegade Dating Blueprint, the package of 11 books. Link is below. And that's it, really. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.